Okay, I've peeled away a bit more of the rot on the port side of the main hull, and it appears that the rot originates right here at the front, underneath the toilet, in the shower area. I think it's important to work out exactly where the rot comes from so you can stop it happening in the future. Now, what's happened here is this plate here was never actually sealed properly, and the water has got in probably from the shower, worked its way down all the way to there. Okay, around the starboard side of the main hull I've started peeling away. Now this area here possibly is a result of this transducer arrangement here, because it's very damp in this area. But going further back, the main culprit, the obvious culprit, is this hole here, which originates from the engine bilge. It's all greasy and what have you, and I'll show you the reason why that happened in just a moment. But because of possibly one or two screws in the wrong place, all of this happened. Okay, I'll show you the problem. Now, the engine bay area was very much a mess with oil and exhaust fumes and stuff staining everything, so I've cleaned that out. So this is not how it was looking yesterday. Okay, now down in here, what we have right here at the bottom of the bilge, we have this thing, which has let water in through a crack here. Well, it's created the water, which has created the rot, which has created the crack. Now these fittings, well, I've seen this problem before, are to hold in a bilge pump, and I'm sure the recommended way of doing it is to putting screws straight through your beautiful solid waterproofing, and this is a good way to make a mess of your boat. Mysteriously, some seawater has appeared here overnight. I suppose it came through the stern gland. I'll keep an eye on that. Now, the unexplained water leak down in here ended up not being the stern gland, but instead actually comes from here. And you can see that various patches have been made over a period of some time ago by previous owners. Of course, patching there isn't going to fix it. It's somewhere external on the hull where water's getting in. Luckily, everything all around here is solid, so the damage has been minimal, hopefully. Now, what I want to do is show you the amount of holes I've created in this boat. There's one there. These are all below the waterline. If I come inside, there's another one there, which had a transducer in it. And further along, we've got another one there, smaller ones there, more along here. There, there, more down there, 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 quite a few. And on the starboard side we have a good one there, which was another transducer. Over there, underneath here, oh yeah, there's some good sized holes there, and all along there, another exciting hole over there, and there's another hole that's actually inside the water tank, which I can't really get at until I start pulling all this stuff away, which I can't do until I got my tools, which I'm still waiting for. I'm going to show you a couple of oddities of the design. Now, these boats originally were a 35-footer and they had the mast stepped above here, which is just not enough meat to support it properly. So then the designer decided to move the whole kit and caboodle of archway over to one side, and the mast now steps above this, which is all very well, except the construction relies on this down here to help stop the whole kit and caboodle swinging out, and there's only a couple of square inches of glue line there, so I'm making some supports there to strengthen what is obviously quite a weak area. Also, above the mast step area, or below the mast step area, the mast step is basically just balancing on this beam. As it rocks backwards and forwards, the mast plate creates cracks in the roof, which has created all this arrangement here, so all this rot. So what I'm going to have to do is put in support here with the grain running upwards to support the mast step, and that'll stop that from happening in the future. These cross arms are not exactly original design. They're supposed to have more uprights and a thicker ply and not have this huge hole there, which is not good, but at least the beams are so massively solid. He's got away with it, but I'll work on that as well. Now up forward here it looks quite normal on the inside, you know, just a standard frames and stringers with skin on the outside, but I'll show you what's actually happening on the outside. That is the drain hole for the sink up the front. Now directly underneath, I've pulled away the skin, which is rotted, but here we have these chunks of distorted ply, which is surely not the original design, and they're not even touching. So I'm going to have to clean that out and fill that up with epoxy. That is extremely strange indeed. I don't know why anyone would do that. Now another odd thing about these boats is you've got this window at the front, which is the most useless window. It lets in almost no light inside, upward facing, so it's got the sun on it, maximum expansion and contraction, and it looks like I haven't even tried to seal it. It's just popping there like that, so obviously lots of water gets inside, and I'll show you how they fixed that. A very odd fix indeed. So this is how it looks on the inside. What they've done is they've built a box to catch the water, and then there's a pipe that takes the water down outside. Same on this side. Same arrangement. Such useless windows, such a complicated system, and there's two bulkheads between that and the living area, so the amount of light that comes in is absolutely useless, and it's just one big problem. They're going to be cut out So what I've done at this stage is I've pulled away all of the soft plywood and timber and rotten stuff till I'm back to something solid. I've done that with just a chisel and a hammer, though I did get a lend of someone's electric saw to cut off the fiberglass at the mini keel area, and I've coated everything with epoxy, multiple layers of epoxy with 50% thinners so it soaks right in, and I've patched up any suspect areas with epoxy glue. I've already started here with some plywood patching to keep it all watertight. The tides are coming in now, so the boat is getting wet again after sitting for about a week nice and dry. So this is how it's looking. This one here started to leak last night. About a third of a bucket of water came through. I think the fiberglass cloth was not properly wetted out. Anyway, I'm working on fixing that. So this is where I'm at the moment. The boat is pretty much watertight. Just searching for leaks as the tides get higher every night. Plywood patching comes next. Just when I thought I'd found all the soft spots on the main hull and have prepared them for strengthening and fiberglassing, I found another one up here in the bow of the main hull, and it's juicy and wet inside. Yeah. I better get the pliers and pull this fiberglass away and see what I've really got. Nice. So at the end of 2 months, this is where I'm up to. I'm getting plywood on. You'll notice that I'm not using screws or nails to put this on. One reason is so it doesn't puncture the water tank, and another is a lot of what's underneath is so soft. Screws probably wouldn't hold it anyway. Okay, and the same around this side. There's a new patch, and patching just started down there. Inside I've been pulling away what was an instrument panel there, and I've taken out the steps which were there, and some of the shelving that was over there. I hope I don't have to remove all of this stuff to get it. But it's actually soft. 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 Anyway, I'll get at that later. Here, there's been some odd rot down underneath, so I've had to cut out the seat back. Okay, in here I'm halfway through demolishing the freezer, of which there is rot and softwood underneath due to leakages, condensation and whatever. All this area, obviously, we've had problems in the past. They must have noticed that the floor was giving away, so they patched up the flooring and what have you there, but the problem being the outside skin giving way due to rot. And at the front I've just taken out the toilet, and I'm in the process of taking out the softwood, ready for patching. Haven't attacked that frame yet, but above the frames, well, from this level is actually all good. That's all actually good. That's not good. So, progress after 2 months.